Alright guys, so recently I went to a theater with my IRL friend Sagi and we went and saw the live action Lilo and Stitch remake. So here I am back from the theater after seeing this movie. What are my thoughts on this movie? Well, this is the best live action Disney movie that we got in a while. I ain't kidding. This was such an enjoyment and relief from Disney's crappy live action remakes. I don't get all the hate with this movie. I had a fun time with it. Sagi's family had a fun time with it. And Sagi herself had a fun time watching this movie. So yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Plants of all types. My name is Peashooter Critic 2000, and today we are going to review the live action Lilo and Stitch remake. Oh my gosh, it was such an enjoyment seeing this little furball cause mischief again. So I'm going to tell you what I like about this remake, what I don't like about this remake, and yeah, I'll give you my rating at the end as well. So please subscribe, don't forget to like this video if you have not, and don't forget to comment down below what movie you want me to review in the future. Anyway, let's get on to this review, shall we?
At night we name every star. We know where we are. We know who we are, who we are. Away, away. We are explorers reading every sign. We tell the stories of our elders in a never-ending chain. Away, away. Te malie. Naeko hakilia. We know the way.
So Stitch is heading back to the big screen once again to cause mischief in his live action remake. And when I heard about this idea, Stitch of getting a live action remake, I was kinda mixed, to be honest. On one hand, I was mixed because this is a live action remake that is made by Disney. And you guys know how I feel about these live action remakes that are made by Disney if you watch this reaction video. Because all I thought that the live action Disney movies were just only made to make a buck because they're just running out of ideas. That's my initial thought, and mostly everyone else's too. But on the other hand, when I saw the trailer, I was honestly surprised that this is honestly looks really well done. It looks really good, and it was such a relief from that Snow White remake we don't talk about. And yeah, overall, I had a fun time with this movie. I know many people gave it like a negative review on this. If you look up a review on the live action Lilo and Stitch remake, you'll find a really bad review on this movie. I don't think it's that bad, but I don't think it's amazing either. No, I just think it's a really enjoyable movie to go and watch. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this movie and tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. It's gonna work different from my reviews that I usually do on my main channel, so that way I don't have to split it into each part and we can just get on to the positives and then get on to the negative. And then after that, I'll give my rating on the film. But anyway, with that explanation out of the side, let me explain what I like about this movie in the positives. So what I like about this movie is that I really like how they stick to the Hawaiian theme, like they stick to the Hawaiian culture. It was really well done how they adapt that with the music and all that. It was really well done in my opinion. The animators, how they animate Stitch in this movie, is also another great aspect about this movie. I was surprised that Stitch doesn't look hideous, because if we see from past live-action remakes that were made by Disney, they are awful, really awful. But Stitch in this movie looks really well animated. Like, he looks really well done. And he has the best funny moments. Like, seriously, I was in the theater and he got a good laugh out of me. It was so funny about his reaction and him causing mischief. It's just hilarious. And another great aspect is Lilo and Naughty. I like the actresses that played Lilo and Naughty. Easily, Lilo was the best part about this movie. She stole the show. I really like this little girl that took the character Lilo and played her. It was really well done how she knows how to act in this movie, and it was really well done in my opinion. Another great aspect about this movie is also Naughty, like I said with Lilo and Naughty. Naughty was also another great aspect. I really liked the connection with Lilo and Naughty. It was honestly pretty beautiful and pretty heartwarming. I really like how the actress who played Naughty actually put a lot of effort to her character. It was really well done in my opinion. Some of the other characters were honestly pretty fine. They're just okay. They're not horrible, they're not terrible, they're okay. I don't mind these characters, but they felt really unnecessary. No, actually, no, I take that back. They weren't unnecessary. They were kind of annoying, but honestly, I feel like they were kind of necessary, but they weren't really in the original film, except for David. But this girl who takes care of Naughty and Lilo really didn't need to be in the movie. The music in this movie is also another great aspect about the Lilo and Stitch remake. It was really well done. I really like how they adapt the live action, the animated part of Lilo and Stitch. Like, they copy most of the story. I like how they did that and also add some new elements into the theme. It was really good. So yeah, most of the stuff that in this movie is really good. I really like how they do this in this live action remake. It's really a relief from Disney's past films that, oh boy, we don't talk about those live action remakes that Disney did in the past. Oh boy, we don't talk about those. But this was surprisingly really well done. But we can't have all of that. By the way, let's get on to what I don't like about this movie. Okay, my cons with the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake is probably the first act and how it's paced. Okay, so you remember the first act of the animated Lilo and Stitch movie where Stitch was held to the Grand Counselor for the Councilwoman and Gantu and all that. And he has been exiled. He got captured, he went and escaped from them and headed to Hawaii. But in this movie, while it did happen, but it happened really fast. Like, seriously, you could snap your finger and the scene just flew by really fast. It didn't really take time to delve into how Stitch was created and escaped and all that. I also find Jumba and Pleakley to be I don't really like them in this version. Like, they're okay. They're not really bad, but they're just I much prefer them doing these goofy disguises in the original film compared to the remake. I also find Pleakley to be a little annoying when he calls the Grand Councilwoman, where he called him when Jumba said don't, but he did it anyway. That was really annoying. Also, I don't really like the decision of Jumba being the villain, even though Captain Gantu is supposed to be the villain, but they made him the villain, where he was going to turn Stitch into 627. That's a spoiler, by the way. And yeah, I found that to be a bit odd in my opinion. I also really don't like the decision on getting rid of Captain Gantu. Like, where was Captain Gantu in this entire movie? I love Captain Gantu. He was a good part of the movie in the original anime film. He was such the best part of the film. Like, he was a great villain. Why do you have to get rid of him? That was a bad decision. Also, speaking of the aliens, let me talk about them because, oh my gosh, the aliens in this movie, they look horrible. Not Stitch, not Stitch. Stitch is the best part about this film. No, I mean like the other aliens, like Jumba, Pleakley, the Grand Councilwoman, and most of the other aliens. Like, they look awful. They do not look good. I don't think the animators did a really good job on them. Like, seriously, I feel like you could have took the time to animate these aliens a little bit better than what you got with this. They just look like something from Halo 2, the 2-year anniversary. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these aliens look like something from a Halo game. I also don't like the decision of Cobra not being the secretary, you know, the social worker and all that. He is, but it's a different woman doing it. See it, Naughty and Lilo. I feel like he should have been there. Also, I hate when Lilo screamed. It was so annoying. It really irritated me. I really wanted to bang my head on the wall because of that scream. All I wanted to do is her to... Also, I hate the ending in this film. This ending was just honestly terrible. If you've seen the ending, you probably know what I'm talking about. So, at the end, when Stitch was drowning and then Naughty grabbed him and then take him in the ocean, this is a spoiler, by the way, they electrocuted him, they did it with the truck, and they thought Stitch died, and there was an entire emotional moment, but then sooner or later, Stitch was alive. That was easily a mile away from predictable and all that. I could predict that from a mile away. It was just not good. Not really good at all. So, yeah. Despite those criticism with the movie, this is a good movie. So those are my negative thoughts on this movie. So let's get into the conclusion. This is honestly one of the best live-action Disney movies I've seen in a while. Like, this is up there with Cruella and the Jungle Book movie. It's that good. I love this movie. Even though I don't really like what they did with the aliens, and I don't like Jumba and Pleakley, I really like how they did their goofy disguises and all that. And also, I feel like the pacing on the first act was a little bit rushed, and also the ending too. But hey, at least this movie did well with adapting to the story from the original anime film while also adding some new elements. The jokes in here are pretty funny. Stitch, Naughty, and Lilo are the best part of the movie, so I gotta give pros for that. I like how they did stick to the Hawaiian culture with this movie as well. I also really like the music. And yeah, this is honestly a really good movie, and I really like this movie. My recommendation for the Lilo and Stitch remake, well, here's 2 recommendations, because I don't know if many people are mixed with this movie. My one reason, if you're not a big fan of the live-action remakes, then probably you should not see this. But if you are intrigued on seeing the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake with your family, then yeah, I recommend watching it. I wouldn't say that this is a must-watch, but it's a good installment after all. My rating on the Lilo and Stitch remake, I'm probably giving this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Like, I had an amazing time with this movie, and yeah, I really like it. I can't wait to rewatch it once it comes on Disney+. So yeah, that was a nice appetizer for these live-action remakes. I'm ready for the main course, which is that How to Train Your Dragon movie. But that's my review on the Lilo and Stitch remake. What is your opinion on this movie? Please let me know in the comment section down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later in the next review. Bye!
change.